and welcome back to All Things Knitty. Today I'm going to show you how to do the waffle stitch. This is a perfect stitch for using up ends of wool. What I like to do is I make them this size and I use these as little dishcloths. The wee ridge really helps scrub off stuff on the plate. You can make them much bigger and make them into tea towels as well. It's a really nice stitch. It is a 2-row repeat after your foundation row. So I'm going to show you how to start this. So to begin, chain in multiples of 3 plus 1. So for the dishcloth, the wee size that I like, you would have 22. So that's 21 is your multiple of 3 plus your turning chain. So to begin, your foundation row is just a full row of double crochet. So to begin, we are going to go into the second chain from hook, so in this one, and you're going to work a full row of double crochet. So that's yarn over, insert into the chain, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over through 2, and then yarn over through 2. So continue to work in each stitch across, doing a double crochet, and I will see you at the end. If you need time to catch up, pause the video just now and I'll see you when this row's complete. So now that row's complete, to finish off, make sure you're in this very last stitch and then loosely chain 1. So pull your wool just ever so slightly up and then chain 1. You want this nice and loose. Turn your work, and in each row, your first and last stitch is just a normal double crochet. That doesn't count in your clusters. The waffle stitch is made up of clusters of 3. So if you think each cluster is 3 stitches. So like I say, to begin, you're going to go into this first chain here and you're going to work a double crochet. So your next stitch is what's called a front post double crochet. So instead of going into the stitch here, you're going to actually go through and under the stitch here. So I'll show you that again. So you're not going into the very top here. You're going to yarn over first and then go underneath the hook, the stitch with your hook, then yarn over, pull through. We have 3, and then just complete the stitch as usual. Yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. So that's what we call a front post double crochet. So in your next stitch, so if you look, it's not this one here because that's the front post. So you're going to work 2 double crochets. So you're going to, in the next 2 stitches along, you're going to do a double crochet and a double crochet. Double crochet and 2 double crochet. So that's our first cluster of 3. So we just repeat that across. So yarn over, we're going into the front post, yarn over, pull through, we have 3 loops, yarn over through 2, and then yarn over through 2. And then in the next 2 stitches, you're going to do a double crochet in each of those. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet. I'll show you that one more time. So that's our second cluster done. You're going to yarn over, you're going to go under the post, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops, and then yarn over through 2 and through 2, then work double crochet, front post, double crochet, double crochet, double crochet. Work along, leaving your last couple of stitches unworked, and I will see you there. Okay, so we should have 2 more stitches to work after your last cluster. This was the front post, double crochet, and 2 normal double crochets. So we have 2 stitches left. So in the next stitch along, work your front post double crochet, and then if you remember, it says your first and your last stitch is always just a normal double crochet in the stitch, and then you're going to loosely chain 1, turn your work, and now we're looking at the back of our work. So this is where you can begin to see, if you look at it from this side, you can see there's stitches at the back and stitches at the front, and that's the whole way along. If I show you it from the top down, there's stitches going forward and backwards. So it does get easier to keep going. You don't need to keep repeating the video over again. You will get used to it. If you do get stuck, I'm going to put in the description below, I'm going to write the instructions just to make it a wee bit easier for you. So we're out onto row 3, sorry. Your first stitch and your last stitch is always just a normal double crochet. So in your next stitch along, so this is row 3, and it's just slightly different, but you're still working in groups of 3. So your first stitch is a normal double crochet, and then you're going to work 2 front post double crochet, because those are the stitches that are facing, you can see these are towards the front of you. So it's 1 normal double, 2 front post doubles, then 1 normal double, 2 front post, and you can see you're working into the front post of the stitches that's forward. So your first stitch is just a normal double crochet. Your next stitch along, beginning on stitch 1 of your cluster of 3, is a normal double crochet. Then you're going to work a front post double and a second front post double. Okay, and your next stitch along, so that's stitch 1, 2, 3 of our cluster. So yarn over, insert, do a double crochet normally, and then work 2 front post double crochets. Front post and front post. In this stitch here, we're going to work a normal double, and then work 2 front post double crochets, and then work your way across the row, repeating your cluster of 1 normal, 2 front post, leaving the last couple of stitches unworked. So now in row 3, we're left with a couple of unworked stitches. So I've just done 2 front post doubles, and then finished the cluster off with a normal double, and then in your last stitch you're going to work another normal double crochet. Then loosely chain 1, turn your work, and you can start to see that the squares are starting to build up nice. So we're back to doing the same as we did on row 2. We're going to begin, as always, with a normal double crochet in the top of the stitch, and then we're going to work 1 front post. You can see that it's only 1 to the front, and then you're going to work 2 normal. So 1 front post double and 2 normal doubles. And then just repeat that, so it's 1 front post and then 2 normal. Again, repeat that all the way to the end, leaving the last couple of stitches unworked, and we'll do them together. So we've got a couple stitches left to do. So we're going to do the same as we did on row 2. So you're going to work a front post double, and then in your last stitch you're going to work just a normal double like we do each row. And then again we're going to loosely chain 1, turn the work, and it's the same as round 3. We're going to begin with our first double, and then it goes 1 normal double crochet and then 2 front post doubles, then 1 normal, 2 front. You can start to tell where you're supposed to do the right stitch. Again, leave the last couple unworked and we'll do them together. Okay, so we've still got 2 stitches to go. In your next one along, work a normal double crochet, and then finish your row with a normal double crochet, just like you do for every other row. Chain 1 loosely and turn. And as you can see, you're starting to build up these really defined squares. And if I show you the one that I did a wee while ago, it is a really lovely pattern, and that you get this nice effect running down the side. So that's the waffle stitch. Like I say, all the instructions will be in the description. This will allow you to just quickly reference that if you get stuck. But as you can see, you can see what stitch. So here is a normal. Here's a front post. Here's our 2 normal. And then on the reverse side, you could see that you would work 2 front posts, 1 normal. Once you get a good size, you will notice that you don't need to look at the instructions. It will just come instinctively. So that's the waffle stitch. I hope you enjoyed this little lesson, and if you did, please subscribe to the channel. Please turn your bell for notifications on. Like the video and share if you can. Thank you very much.